Hi everyone, Natasha here, and around my home today I am in my office. It's a Sunday afternoon. It's a little later than I had hoped to be getting to this, but better late than never. And we've had a busy week, a busy weekend, and I'm finally getting the chance to sit down and work on setting up my planner for the month of June. And this is something I've been so excited to do since I got my Jane's Agenda June subscription box. So I'm so happy I can share it with you now and we can do it together. So stay tuned for that and welcome to my office. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're joining me today. I have my pen pouch here and it's just jammed full because I had carried all of my favorite friction pens in all the different colors that I like to use for color coding when I set up our family calendar in the kitchen. So I've done part of that. I need to do some more. I got interrupted and had to set it aside. So I'll do that again later. I also still have a lot of the gray pens and markers that I was using for the month of May in here. So part of this process is just cleaning out my supplies and getting things reset for a new month. And as you can see, my Jane's Agenda green wraparound cover is still nice and chunky. It's very full. The other thing on my mind has been I want to go through and just clean out and make sure I really need everything that's in here, because at this point, I'm not sure what I've got. One of my part-time jobs we just had a big event for, and so I know I have some notes and things in here that now that the event is over, I may not need those anymore. The other part-time job, I've just been working extra, covering for a few people, and so I feel like I just haven't had the time to sit down and do much planning in general. So one of the things I've done already is swap out my saddle stitch notebook. So I grabbed the collection of the Jane's Agenda supplies from the deluxe June subscription box, and I have my little washi tape there, which is so pretty, and I have some extra inserts, which we're going to go over those in just a little bit. So this is the other saddle stitch notebook. I just talked about it last month. This is from One Canoe 2, and it's also beautiful. They both work just fine, and I was just excited to start using this notebook, so I did go ahead and put that in my wraparound cover so far. And I love that this would work as well for the holidays. So I'm excited that I have a little collection now of these saddle stitch notebooks that I can just swap in and out. And this has also worked really well. There's been a few times where I just needed to run in and like have a quick chat with somebody or run into the store and back out again. And so I left my big planner in the car or at home or at my office or whatever. And then I just grabbed this little notebook to take with me, and it's working really well. It's essentially like kind of having a little mini bullet journal with me as I go. And then speaking of bullet journaling, this is a page finder and ruler and stencil from my gardening bullet journal. So I'll link the video down below where I set that up a few years ago. I still like that notebook and use it, especially through the spring and summer months most of the time. But this year I've been so busy. I feel like the month of May especially, I just was kind of swamped. So our yard is just not looking so hot right now. Thankfully, we have a really nice gentleman that mows for us. And so because my husband's been working a ton of overtime as well, and then I've been working all these extra jobs. So I'm hoping that maybe in June, my daughter will be going to summer school, and I don't think there's as many big events and like covering other people's shifts and stuff. So I'm hoping I can just sort of catch up on some of my outdoor chores that I normally do this time of year. But anyway, so that's that. I think I'm going to take these out for now. So these are all from the May subscription box. These are just some, I think these were Jane's Agenda. I can't remember. These might have been from Cloth and Paper. I can't remember, but I had those in there just in case I needed like a little sticky note or a tab. They don't stick all that well, and often when I pull one off, the whole stack comes off, so they're really not my favorite, but they're a good size. Okay, so to start off with, and I don't know if I'm going to get a whole lot of the actual pages really set up today. It just might be like getting my cover swapped, getting some of these inserts sorted out, and that might just have to be the start of it because that's just how it's going right now. So this beautiful bougainvillea cover was from the May subscription box from Jane's Agenda. I still love it, and then I definitely want to keep it in my stash, and so that way, you know, some other time if I want to make it into its own little notebook, I could, or just swap it out as a planner cover. I love having these really nice planner covers from Jane's Agenda in my planner stash. And I grabbed these little checklists. I don't remember where they're from. They may be Happy Planner. They might be somewhere else, but regardless, we're gonna go with these beautiful red poppies here for the month of June. So I'm gonna swap out that. And then I think I decided, I think I like this one on the front. I just feel like that's a really, really elegant layering look there. Oh, I forgot about some of these. Okay, so this is making me so excited all over again. So like this beautiful June card, and I just stuck those two little paper clips on there together so it made the little bird. So I might just stick that on there for right now. I think I'm gonna take off my gold plan paper clip and just set that aside. All right, so I've got my page finder, which I'll probably use. I did add some of my, just some of my, I don't know, random size, not random, but I added some different size sticky notes and a couple of the page flags that I have left. These are all Jane's Agenda as well as this. So I added all those to the inbox so that I can use that. Gotta get myself organized here. Okay, and I did fill in with some of my favorite quote cards from my collection. It's just kind of interesting and fun to have that. So I'm still thinking I might use that. All right, so these are my June pages, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, I like more flowers rather than less flowers. Okay, so I've got my inbox insert. This is the back cover. That's what I was trying to find. Okay, so yeah, I really need to go through here and see what all I've got and why it's so big. Because it's definitely like almost overflowing these 2-inch discs, and that's just too much. So we're gonna take this one off. Let's go ahead and put June on, and I might keep this out to use as a divider. And what I've been doing for sliding this into the cover is just dropping it there. Okay, so then that can easily slide into that pocket. So let me do that. Just kind of have to get it around those grommets, and then it's good to go. Okay, so one of the things that has bulked up my planner just a little is my neighbor Marcy, my sweet neighbor Marcy. She and I are just we help each other out so much, and I just love it because she has a son that's the same age as my daughter. They go to school together, so there's so many times where one of us is calling the other like, help, this has happened, I need you to pick up the kids or run and get something. And it's just so nice to have somebody nearby to lean on for support like that. And then she loves planners too, so she gave me some Erin Condren. It's actually the binder system, and then these were like note pages that go in that binder with the special rings. And I liked them, and I thought, oh, I'll throw a few in my planner, but I think I got like one of every color, which is probably just too many. So why don't I just pick 2 and then take the rest out? And I obviously just punched them with the mushroom punch to fit on here. Okay. So now I'll just stick those back in the little 3, or in the ring binder, the Erin Condren ring binder. I don't need all of those with me. That already will help take some bulk out. Then let me go ahead and take out, so I still have some of March, April, and May in here because I keep thinking I'm gonna go through and do those memory keeping pages, but I've decided I'm not gonna do them when I'm on the go. So I just need to take them out and keep them here at home. And when I'm going to do it, it's going to be at my desk here at home. So we're going to take out these extra months because that would definitely help with the bulk. And you know how it is. You have the best of intentions, and then life is busy and gets full quickly, and then suddenly all those great intentions just don't really mean anything because you can't get to it. So just going to, okay, and before I take these last couple of pages out, this is what I wanted to show you. So I think it was on the clearance sale, the Jane's Agenda clearance sale. I noticed there was this weekly spread. Let me show you like the blank pages. So she has this weekly insert collection, and it has your days on the left, and each day, it's a horizontal spread for the days, and each day is divided into 3 sections. So this could be like work, home, and personal. This could be morning, afternoon, evening. You could divide that however you want. This could be meals. This could be schedule. This could be to do. You know, this could be expenses. This could be whatever. You could use this lots of different ways. But what really drew me to it was the fact that then the other side is this dashboard that kind of has most of what I was using in various forms, but I liked that this was all together and I didn't have to flip. So there's a section for priorities and promises, and it's right above your to-do list, and there's just one giant to-do list down the left-hand side of that page. Then there's a section for to buy or order, bills and finances, email and phone. You've got a section with a line for each day of the week. So that could be your meals if you wanted it. That could be like your schedule overview. That could be whatever. There's another section that's a habit tracker, and you have a room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 habits every day of the week, and then a section for notes. So I wanted to try this. I got it, like I said, it was on sale. I can't remember if I just used a discount I had or if it was actually like one of those it might have been her birthday sale where you could get everything 15% off. And it's 5 weeks, and then the front and the back pages are just dot grid. And I wanted to try it because I feel like sometimes that's what I'm missing, is I'm missing the view of having my days and all of my little lists together in one spot. And so I just copied 2 pages to be able to use it and not mess up that 5-week collection for 1 month. The other reason why I thought about that is if I like this, then I may switch to this layout for 3rd quarter, because right now the inserts I have will get me through June, but then for 3rd quarter I need to get some new weekly inserts, and so I was debating about if I wanted to use this new weekly style. So this is how this week has looked and I still can't decide. I'm still kind of on the fence. So let me take out this so we can just really look at this. So, you know, I have my priorities and promises. This was my to-do list. I didn't get a whole lot done off of this list, but it just was a really busy week. Like I took Memorial Day, like I said, my family, we went out to my grandparents' farm, we went to the river, and that was awesome and relaxing. And that was the little down day that I needed because I had worked all weekend. I was covering for somebody. So I worked Friday, Saturday, Sunday at one of my jobs. And then this was like my day off to rest. But then it was like immediately I hit the ground running for the rest of the week. So I still don't know if this layout works as well for me because obviously, as you can see, I'm a list maker. And so this got to be kind of confusing because these days are not, you know, the lines are not real clearly divided between the days. And so several times I was like putting my list on the wrong day. So maybe my brain just really thinks vertically better. So perhaps I just need to stick with a vertical weekly layout for that reason and try to get a few more of these lists within that weekly spread. I don't know. And then I felt like, you know, some of these sections I did use, and it felt, you know, it was nice to have a place for it. I guess that's what I feel like is there's times where I want to add these things to these separate lists. So I liked having that, but then did I really use it anymore? I don't know. So anyway, that's the debate that I'm having with myself right now. So I will let you know at some point what I decide to do. So anyway, there's May. I've taken my May pages out. So now we are truly just down to June. And I don't even have July in here, but I think that's fine for right now. I'm just going to start with June. So this is the birthday reflection pages out of the Unbound Planner. And I think she added these the year I stopped using the Unbound Planner. And I was like, oh, dang it. I always wanted to try using a birthday reflection. So I just copied it, or maybe she had it as a freebie. I don't remember. So I have that in there to remind me to try to use it for June. Okay, so here's where we want to add some new goodies back in. So I'm going to add my June vellum and this pretty June cardstock divider or dashboard or whatever you want to call it. So that's going to go in there just to make my June look pretty when I open up that tab. And I have my birthday reflections. Okay, so this is a page I'll still need to set up. And here's what I have so far on my schedule, which, yeah, I think so far everything on here is correct. I need to add some more work schedule stuff. So let's look for a minute because now I can't even remember. So here's what the weekly spread looks like that I was using. So I have more of an hourly layout, the checklists, and then the blank section over here. So I'm just looking at this and kind of thinking, I think I really do like having the hourly layout just to help me get a quick overview of where my time is going throughout the day. And especially when I started doing some time blocking like this, that just really felt like, okay, this is how my brain kind of thinks, and it helps me see like this is a busy day. I don't have that much time for extra stuff. I just like how that looks. So I do think that I'm going to go back to this and finish out the month of June in it. Now, what I maybe should try doing is making this little note section into my like errands, phone calls, and maybe one other section. I don't even know what the other section would be. Maybe it just needs to be errands and phone calls. But inevitably, I just end up writing those errands or phone calls like on the day of the week, and that works fine too, because often I can't get to those except but 1 or 2 days a week. I think I'm going to try that. The other thing is, you know, I had these inserts and I liked using those, but it just became too many pages to be flipping around and doing. So I don't know, you know, maybe what I should try to do is like put them both on one insert. So I would just flip front and back of the same insert. Or maybe I just need to try incorporating it into my regular page. So like putting my Fly Lady, I don't know if I should be putting my Fly Lady tasks first on my to-do list. That might be something that I try, because I don't think I usually run out of room on the to-do list. But it just feels like, you know, I want to have some of my home tasks in here somewhere, somehow. But then I also need to keep all my other important tasks on my radar. So I think that's what I'm going to do. We're going to try that. Let me get some of the other pages I need to finish setting up. So I need to do my personal month page for June. So that was on a dashboard or on a dot grid page. I was just note paper from Jane's agenda. And then on the back, I had my errands, contacts, waiting on, and someday. And as you can see, I didn't use it a whole lot. And then I also didn't use this past, well, I guess I did go through pretty much the end of the month. I feel like this got used a little bit more. So then I had made this divided out section where I had, you know, home, finance, YouTube, JEHV is one of my side jobs, and then personal. And I feel like I just always have a lot of things I want to get done, and what I can actually get done is pretty limited. So I guess I made progress. That's the thing. I need to look at it that way and just remind myself that I did make progress. I started on this. I need to finish it. So I'm just trying to evaluate whether I want to set this page up again for June. Did it work for me? I think it worked really well as a brain dump page. But the thing is, now I have these lovely inserts from the June box. So now we have an inbox insert. So I think that's what I want to try using instead. So this was essentially kind of like my inbox for the Getting Things Done system, but it was just my own version. And then we also have these awesome project pages, which I'm excited to try to use. Okay, so I think I've decided what I'm doing. I'm going to get my June pages out that I want to set up. We'll put on some fun music and speed things up a little bit so I can get through here and get June set up with you. Okay, well, I am losing the light. I'm getting hungry. It's time for me to make some dinner, so I'm gonna have to finish this up as I go through the week, which is fine. But you can see I remembered that I had these really cute stickers for the month of June from the Prayerful Planner. So if you're on their email list, then you get this free sticker sheet. And I printed it 2 different sizes. This is an opaque sticker paper. This is a transparent sticker paper, so I could kind of use it a couple different ways. And I was so excited when I got this email because I knew that my color for the month of June was going to be yellow, and I just thought these stickers and this whole collection couldn't be more perfect. Plus, my team for Jordan Essentials were called the Jets, the Jordan Excellent Team. And our team logo is, or like our little theme that we always use, is lemons. And there's kind of a backstory to it, but I just love that this had lemons and it says squeeze the day. And I just feel like it ties everything together beautifully. And even some of these stickers like this had the pink and the red for the Jane's Agenda items. So let's pop these pages back into my planner, which is the part I've been so excited to do. And I do need to get my page marker, my inbox page in there too, and decide how I'm gonna do that. Okay, so we have all the pages for this month ready to go. Well, sort of ready to go. This page is pretty much done. I think this is fine to start with. So now I can go through and brain dump and kind of transfer everything over from May that is still outstanding, and then see how I want to use this page, because I guess really I feel like this is where I need to start. Then I need to decide what are my active projects and then set myself some goals. I think that makes sense. And then here I want to finish going through and adding these little date stickers. These were these cute little lemons. They came in 2 sizes, obviously, because I printed it in 2 different sizes. Let's see, here we go. But like these, it'll take me a little bit of time to cut those out, and I need to go get some dinner started, so I'm gonna have to do that later. And I'll probably do some more decorating on that main monthly page, but then I have my June memory page started as well. And then I need to make myself a bookmark for here. So I think I want to use, I'm trying to decide, do I want to use, I can't even find it. Do I want to use my inbox one, or do I want to actually mark my inbox here and make my page finder, my little page finder, go? I don't know. Let's try that. I have never done it that way, so who knows? Maybe that'll work better for me, is if I have my inbox truly be my inbox, where I'm just putting all the tasks, and then I can have this smaller page marker that marks my actual day of the week and like my schedule for the day. So we're gonna flip to here, drop that in, and then what I'll do is I like using these larger date stickers when I get those from the Prayerful Planner, and I'll put them probably off to the side here just to make it a little more obvious what the date is. So there we go. That is my current start to my monthly setup for my Jane's Agenda inserts. A little bit of my thought process and how I am setting things up so far this month. My planner does feel a little bit thinner. I think taking out, move some of my mess here. I think taking out some of those extra months helped, some of the extra notes pages, and I'm sure I can go through and find some more pages to take out, but she's feeling a little lighter. So there we go. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope that was fun for you to see my current setup in my Jane's Agenda Discbound planner system. I'll be back on Tuesday for my Tiny Tidy Tuesday video, and Friday for my Beautifully Organized in 52 Weeks video. So stay tuned for that. Have a good one, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.